Hello twin flames, and welcome to the Divine Masculine reading for Monday. Another new week, magical Monday power flowing in. July, the month of results. Now, I am feeling I want to use this deck. Now, the masculines have an inner diva, and you know they do. They have an inner diva when they run away, they hide, they go into their own space, and, they act a bit divish, don't they? And that's also when they are experiencing their divine masculine energy, when it needs to shift and change into divine masculine power. So they can also be at that moment experiencing divine feminine energy within themselves, because it's making them feel vulnerable and it's making them see things differently and open up to their truth. So what I'm being guided to do, I've got this amazing deck. It's a bit crazy and it's called Hip Hop Queens. And I bought this deck when I was in London, not the last time, the time before. There's a great shop in London called Watkins Bookstore, and they sell all kinds of cards and all kinds of spiritual stuff. And I love going in there. And I picked this one up. And I've only used this one time since I've had it. So they're really guiding me to this. And, I was saying to the angels, are you sure you don't want me to use this for the feminines? And they're saying, no. I want you to tap in with the diva energy and the divine feminine part of the masculine self that may be bringing things up to the surface right now. So what's going on within your twin and what do they need to know? So thank you, angels. What energy then is the masculine connecting with in this deck? What's the energy? So I've got two cards coming through here. Two people. Now, I don't really know hip-hop queens or, hip-hop energy, but you may do. So this may also resonate with you in a different way. You may connect with a song that these people sing or something about them. But I'm also going to use the guidebook to read what's going on. So let's see. So I'm quite interested as well to see how this is affecting the masculines. So the first card we've got is Mary J. Blige. Wow. Healing. Mary J. Blige. And Mary is also Mother Mary. That Mother Mary helps them to heal. So I'm definitely feeling straight away that Mother Mary around the masculines today, bringing in a healing energy. But we've got Mary J. Blige. What an amazing singer she is. What an amazing, person she is. I love her music, so I actually do know her songs. And then we've also got MC Light for skill. And look what we've got there. She's holding a calculator. So the masculines, from what I'm reading intuitively, before I even go to the guidebook here, the masculines are, first of all, they are healing. So you can see she's wearing a green necklace, and green is the colour of the, the heart chakra and healing. So I'm feeling the heart and the throat all healing, all this area kind of here, because that isn't directly in the heart space. That's kind of in the windpipe or the esophagus area here. So this is also connected with things that they are digesting and processing and things that they are working out, because calculators calculate. They work things out. So he's really working things out, calculating everything in his mind, and he's working out what he needs to be doing, what skill he needs to be bringing into your connection. And also he's thinking about mission and purpose too. So the masculines are really feeling this today. They're really wanting to calculate things. They're going through a healing. They're understanding things and they're finding the way. Now, I'm also seeing these as, powerful beings. We've got one with short hair, one with long hair. So again, what this is saying to you is you are designed perfectly for your twin. And they know that. It doesn't matter if you've got short hair, long hair, you wear a wig like me. It doesn't matter what your appearance is, because they will naturally be attracted to you anyway, regardless of the way you look or the way you are. They are attracted to you inside and out. And what I'm feeling with this is, it doesn't matter how many people are around your twin. Shape, sizes, short, long hair, whatever, whoever's around them. It's like they are saying, whatever. I know who I want, and that's you. And they're letting you know that, over the years, you may have changed your hairstyle, you may have changed certain things about yourself, but they love you anyway, inside and out. So, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, they love you for who you are. And they're calculating all of this up. So we've got Mary J. Blige and MC Light. And MC is also, about taking control. MCs communicate. So this is also about communication and light communication. The light energy, they want to make it more light-hearted. So they're thinking as well about how they can communicate with you in a way that's very light-hearted, so it doesn't bring in pressure or struggle while they are still healing. So let's do each card and see what we need to know. Isn't this interesting? So we're going to start then with Mary J. Blige. So let me see if these are in, yeah, they are. I was seeing if they are in alphabetical order. So at Mary J. Blige here, the card itself, remember it's about the card. It's about reflection, therapy, breaking patterns and recovery. So what are the masculines doing right now? They are reflecting on how to break patterns, and they are recovering from the things they've gone through in the past. So recovery can also mean a quiet day, time for them to go within, to reflect, to think about things, to bring therapy into their life. So therapy can be anything that's therapeutic to them. You know, calm energy. Says, there is no one who can get us in our feelings quite like Mary J. Blige. And that's the truth of the masculines. There's no one who can get you in your feelings, divine feminine, like your divine masculine. And there's also no one who can get them in their feelings like you. So it's reminding you of that unique power that you have over each other too. You know, they've never felt this way for anyone, neither of you. You know, they get away with things that nobody else can in your life. So this is about that power that they have over you. It says, the Queen of Hip Hop Soul has delivered hymns of pain and promise since her debut album, What the Fourth. And this is really interesting because, you know, it's the 4th today. And the 4th is also about Independence Day. So the masculines are looking at their life. You know, it doesn't matter where in the world they are, even though the 4th of July is connected with America, or so I believe. You know, let me know in the comments if that's wrong. But this is a day of reflection and, you know, independence. So the masculines are looking at their life and thinking, am I independent today? Am I actually living how I want to live? And most of the masculines need to break away from any patterns or conditioning that are holding them back. And this could also be a holiday for some people as well, a day where they're recovering. Maybe they've been out over the weekend and they're recovering from drinking too much alcohol, or they need a rest. So I feel also a day of rest for some. You know, in the UK, it's a normal day here. At least I think it is, because, you know, with working from home, I never know what's going on with bank holidays and things like that. But it may be a holiday where you are. I'm pretty sure it is a holiday for you guys in America. So, you know, this is about time for the self. And that's what he's doing today. Time for the self. So this is about pain and promise. And the journey is about pain and promise. We go through pain, but we are promised union. We're promised the light at the end of the tunnel. We're promised joy, and we learn that too. We get a promise. So I feel this is also your masculine giving you that promise. You know, giving you the promise of union and the stag, and that everything's going to be okay. So she had a searching for real love. So this is again that search for real love, which is what this love is. And led us in chance declaring we want no more drama. So it's like the masculine saying, I don't want any more drama. I don't want to create any more drama. I don't want to cause any more drama. I want to bring in a recovery now. So Mary J. Blige urges us to recognise toxic patterns in ourselves and in those we love in an effort to recover from all that has harmed us in this life, our previous ones and the next. So this is about moving away from toxic patterns and healing those toxic patterns so we don't go round them again. So again, toxic patterns, it's not always about just people, because you may automatically think about, oh, okay, the toxic pattern of their karmic relationship, but this could be an addiction or a job or something they're afraid of releasing that they are now healing in this lifetime now. So there's a lot of healing here. And it says, she does so with grace, yet she's tough as nails. And that's you, divine feminine. You are graceful, yet you are tough as nails. You're strong. You are a warrior of love. And that's very, you know, appealing to your masculine. And it's also very attractive too, because they want to be that way too. And they may seem hard as nails on the outset. You know, maybe they are strong and they do weights and whatever. But inside, they feel very vulnerable. And they feel very vulnerable with you. And that's also what they're afraid of showing to you too. Who wouldn't be after bearing her soul time and time again? So this is about the feminines opening up, the masculine's opening up, and now opening up to each other in the right way, because the masculine may have opened up before in the past to people, maybe friends or a family member, or, they've been burned by a relationship. So they want to do it right this time. They don't want to get hurt again. They don't want to hurt you. You can't heal what you don't reveal. Wow. Again, that energy of Frozen with Elsa, conceal it, don't reveal it. And this is about making sure that things come out. So you can't heal what you don't reveal. So the masculines are realizing to heal this, to heal what's going on inside them, they have to reveal it. They have to take that mask off. They have to open up to their truth. Mary's card is prompting you to take a closer look at the trauma you've endured to understand how you're behaving in the present. So the masculines are looking at their behaviour and the things that they've endured. And this is also a message to the divine feminine to have compassion for what the masculine is going through right now. Because he may have endured pain in the past that's affecting what he's doing now. Because remember, hurt people hurt people. And he isn't doing anything to, create pain in your life on purpose, even though it may seem that way sometimes. It's his own self he's struggling with. Sometimes we react so aggressively to the slightest things and have no idea why. And I can really relate to that being on perimenopause, because that's what it's like. We can get triggered very quickly and then it's gone in the blink of an eye. And we can do that as a divine feminine. We can react to something and then we catch ourselves doing that. And then we respond instead. So we learn to understand our feelings and our thoughts and what's going on to process things better through how we feel. Wow, motorbike going super fast there. So that's all about movement. And a car behind, momentum, chasing energy there. Powerful. So, it says sometimes we react so aggressively to the slightest things and have no idea why. So what I'm feeling with that as well is when the masculines block you for no reason and they have no idea why, that's an aggressive thing to do. Or they walk away or they say something nasty and that's an aggressive thing to do. And then they have no idea why they've done it. So they have to go within and process it and forgive themselves and hope that you can forgive them too. It's time to explore the reasons. A personal deep dive will help you better understand yourself and in turn help you better control your emotions. So the masculines are starting to understand themselves better through their past actions and behaviours, and that's helping them to control their emotions in a much better way so they're able to express and reveal them to you. If you can't do it on your own, seek the guidance of a professional or a spiritual guide or elder. You deserve a drama-free life, starting with yourself. So the masculine is realising he doesn't need to be in a drama-filled life. And his drama-filled life could be with his karmic partner, could be in his heavy job. He may be feeling a lot of heavy energy around himself. So he's looking at his life thinking, I need to change, so I need to consult someone here. So he may consult a professional. Now, you're a professional because you're already living in your power and your light and your authenticity. So your masculine could well communicate with you and ask for your advice. He may be connecting with a professional, example, a divorce lawyer, or someone who can give him advice about taking responsibility for his children. Or he can think about leaving something in his life behind. So he's really seeking answers. This could be connecting with his angels, his guides. He could even be going on YouTube and looking at a reading or something spiritual. So he's finding his way. So this is definitely about answers coming and healing and recovery through a real strong, hard look at the self. Now, MC Light is about skill. And, he's calculating everything, he's working everything out. But also, he has skills inside that he wants to explore. This is also a card about his mission and his purpose and why he's come. So the card means proficiency, accuracy and articulation. So he wants to do it right. That's why he's got the calculator. He's trying to calculate and compute everything and articulate a plan. So known as a lyrical beast on the mic, MC Light's bars were greater than simply a 10% diss. So what this is saying is, I'm feeling when I'm reading this intuitively, if your masculine's been giving you 10%, he wants to be in a position where he can give you 110%. And, you may think he's a beast. In other words, you may think he's behaved in an evil way or nasty or not treated you very well, but he's finding himself through the pain and the struggle, and the way he's treated you has helped him to open up to himself. And he really does regret everything he's done. It says, her knack for telling stories wrapped in boulder-sized lyricism earns her the reputation of being light as a rock. So this is sometimes where we think our masculines don't care. Because remember, I'm reading the message when I'm tuning in intuitively, where we think our masculines don't care because they seem to be light-hearted or not being intense with the way they're coming across in their emotions or feelings. And it can hit you like a boulder. It can knock you down because you think, wow, I'm giving all this energy to my twin. Why aren't they giving it back to me? But you are the rock in their life. You're that solid foundation. And they get very afraid of that. So sometimes they can act indifferent because they don't know how to act. Says she delivered moral lessons on songs like Poor Georgie. Isn't that interesting when my masculine's called George? And he obviously went through those feelings of poor me, poor George, before union. And didn't turn away from beef as seen in her epic feud with fellow female rapper Antoinette. So clearly there was something going on here, some kind of friction, kind of comparison. And this is also the same thing too, where, your masculine is releasing jealousy, anger, envy. I really picked up on that on Saturday. So, over the weekend, the masculine has been thinking, do they deserve you? Is there anyone else around? They don't want to really fight with anyone, but they are willing to stand up for what they believe in and fight for your love. Says, for the Queen's legend, rap skills were all about expression, but with fresh technique. So the masculines want to express themselves in a fresh way, with a fresh technique. Light possess the key, and I feel that means they possess the key to do this. The keys of compassion, understanding and love. And it's opened many doors for the lyrics that came after her, or the lyricists that came after her. So what this is saying is, they're giving me tooth pain, okay? And tooth pain and sensitivity is connected with decisions. So what I'm feeling is, the masculines are making decisions to open the door to your union, and that's also going to have a ripple effect on twin flames to come. It's going to have a ripple effect on other divine masculines who can feel masculines moving forward and taking the lead and getting this done. So the masculine's mission is to take that lead and make that decision, not only for himself and for you and your journey, but also for divine masculines all over the world. Isn't that interesting? You may have something to say, but don't quite know how to say it. Now, again, these messages really resonate with all the messages I've been channeling lately. If you'll remember, doesn't that sound like the reading I did for you guys on Friday? Okay, he knows what he wants to say and he has something to say, but he doesn't quite know how to say it. So he's working out how to approach you. He wants to communicate, he wants to reach out, but he doesn't quite know how. Sometimes it's hard to be eloquent with where emotions are involved. So in other words, sometimes he may come across in the wrong way. And you may misunderstand what he's trying to say or his intentions are. So an MC Light card suggests you should gingerly get to your point, but weigh your words. And that's why the masculines are taking the time, because they want to do it in the right way and get to the point, but they don't want to mess it up. Take a moment to think about whom you're speaking to and what message lies behind the conversation. So I feel that's also a message from for the feminine to have compassion and see through the illusion of the 3D world and realise your masculine is always communicating with you, and he's already communicating with you in various ways. Also analyse your means of communication. Will this work better in person, over the phone, or even as a handwritten letter? Now, isn't this interesting, because he's calculating how to communicate. He's thinking, should I write you an email? Should I text you? Should I write a letter? Should I call you up? Should I hit you up on social media? Should I come and knock at your door? How am I going to communicate? Says there are many ways to get your point across, but understand that words have power and be mindful of their value. So again, the masculines don't want to come forward before they're ready to. They don't want to offer you something if they can't follow through. They want to be authentic in what they're doing. And that's also what Mary is saying here. Don't address the situation when you're upset either. You don't have to be a roughneck to stand firm in your truth. So when the masculines are in an upset energy, that could be anger, sadness, pain, sorrow, victim mentality, that's not the right time for them to come forward, because they can't be authentic then, because the ego's in the way and the fear and the struggle and everything else they're going through. So this is really showing you that your masculine is doing what they need to do. They're analysing things today, they're calculating things in their mind, they're working out what they want and how they're going to come forward and express that to you, and what means of communication they're going to use. So trust the journey, and do let me know if you hear any Mary J. Blige songs, or you hear any MC Light songs, because that may really be a great sign from the universe that all is well. I hope this helps. And what they're giving me, and I don't know if this is Mary J. Blige or not, they're giving me a song in my head, and it's that song, New York, where dreams are made of. So it feels like they know that you are where dreams are made of. You know, whether you live in New York or China or India or the UK or Australia or wherever you are their New York, you're their dream, and they want that dream to become a reality. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.